Because of clinging, Uttunga raised Nirantara without intervening space. Payahadaram breast, Sunasam shapely nose, Sudvijam beautiful teeth, Snigdha lovely, Hasa smile, Leela Avalokanam sportful glance. Her breast projected upward because of they clinging to each other and they were too contiguous to admit any intervening space. She had a shapely nose and beautiful teeth. A lovely smile played on her lips and she cast a sportful glance at the asuras. Okay, there is no purport for this. So let's go through the next verse. Guhantim व्रीडयात्मानं नीलालकवरुधिनीम् उपलभ्यासुराधर्मा सर्वे सम्मोह स्त्रियम्. गुहन्तीं व्रीडयात्मानं नीलालकवरुधिनीम् उपलभ्यासुराधर्मा सर्वे सम्मोह स्त्रियम्. Word translation. Guhantim hiding, Vridaya out of shyness, Atmanam herself, Neela dark, Alaka hair, Varudhinim a bunch, Upalabhya upon imagining, Asuraha the demons, Dharma wo Vidra, Sarve all, some who were captivated, Striyam women. So it's again lot of transformation verse. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Adorned with dark tresses, she hid herself as it were out of shyness. Upon seeing that girl, the asuras were all infatuated with an appetite for sex. Purport. The difference between demons and demigods is that a beautiful woman very easily attracts the minds of demons. But she cannot attract the mind of a godly person. A godly person is full of knowledge and a demonic person is full of ignorance. Just as a child is attracted by a beautiful doll, similarly a demon who is less intelligent and full of ignorance is attracted by material beauty and an appetite for sex. The godly person knows that this nicely dressed and ornamented attraction of high breasts, high hips, beautiful nose and fair complexion is Maya. All the beauty a woman can display is only a combination of flesh and blood. Sri Shankaracharya has advised all persons not to be attracted by the interaction of flesh and blood. They should be attracted by the real beauty in spiritual life. The real beauty is Krishna and Radha. One who is attracted by the beauty of Radha and Krishna cannot be attracted by the false beauty of this material world. That is the difference between a demon and a godly person or devotee. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mukham karoti vachalam pangun langayate girim yatkripatamaham mande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanyam Ishwaram Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sachivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopikantah Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे असाध साधु तदायिन् अतिनीचोच्चतारका आनमुञ्च कदाचिन्मां प्रेम्ण हृत्कण्ठयो स्फुरा. So, in that verse, we are requesting Srimad Bhagavatam to appear in the throat of us so that we can deliver the message as it is. We are eternally requesting Srimad Bhagavatam to appear in our throats. So, okay, today's verse is Brahma. After Lord has suggested him to cast off his body. Cast off his body means to cast off his ignorance. So at that time, Brahma did, and later on, a beautiful girl appeared from him, and this beautiful girl attracted the minds of the demons. So they described how beautiful she is, describing very detailedly all her bodily parts. But it is clearly mentioned that any external beauty is nothing but the Maya. Only there is just infatuation. There is only, that is the allurement of the material world to entrap the conditioned souls more and more tightly. So a gnani or a devotee will not be attracted to that like a ignorant person, immature person. Rather, he will be realized that these are all sukham hi tucham, means insignificant happiness. This will cause insignificant materialistic happiness, but not the permanent happiness. Rather, it is a blockage for the permanent happiness. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, Prahlad Maharaj said clearly about this. Trupyantineha krupana bahudukka bhaja kandutvan manasisam vishaheta dhiraha. A dhira will not be attracted. A sober person, a perfect sober person will not be attracted to such. And when we see Srila Prabhupada lecture upon this, he beautifully mentioned how Lord Shiva became so dhira, even when in the similar description there also about Mother Parvati, for a higher purpose. It is not like here that materialistic Maya is attracting the demons. It's not like that. But I am trying to explain how a dhira should be. So how Lord Shiva, when Mother Parvati with so attractive features approached him, even how much ever she is trying to agitate Lord Shiva, he remained dhira. And he said that if anyone agitates, there is nothing special. Every other person is the victim of this Maya. But who can withstand whatever the agitations that provoking? But still, if they can control the senses, he is called the Dhira. And he's suggesting us, everyone, not to get attracted this Maya, which appears in any form. In any form, it has diverse forms. In those days, only a beautiful woman is the attractive feature. But nowadays, Maya is exhibiting, it's like her own diverse forms, which are very difficult unless he is trained under a spiritual master with proper guidance. So that's the reason this Srimad Bhagavata, Nityam Bhagavata, Yashruyavanaya, Krishne Paramapurishe. So when we are hearing this Srimad Bhagavatam continuously, Shoka, Moha, Bhayapaha, all these illusions, fear, delusions, everything, we can overcome easily. So here it is mentioned that whoever can tolerate these urges, whoever cannot, they are called the Krupanas, and whoever can tolerate, then they'll be addressed as the Dhiras. And further, they said that in these Prahlad Maharaj's teachings, Yamanacharya, how he practically explained in his life, because he is always engaged in the transcendental loving service of Krishna. Yadavadi mama cheta Krishna padara vinde navanavarasadhamnu yutarantumasit tadavadi vatanari sangame maryamane bhavati mukha vikarashustu nistivanam cha. So whenever he get that thought of Nari Sangame, association with a woman, he said that Bhavati Mukha Vikara Shushtu Nistivanam Cha. So he will just right away spit on that thought of that mind, wicked mind. So it's not uncommon to get the thoughts. It is quite natural, because every now and then we are associating with these three modes. They are competing from morning, even in the sleep. These three modes will fighting each other. I want to dominate, I want to dominate, I want to dominate. And this poor living entity is the puppet in the hands of these three modes. So however it plays, the living entity will be, because it is already in the illusion that I am not this soul, I am the body. So it is very easy, right, for being the puppet in the three modes of material nature. So when we are associating with these three modes, each and every moment, it is quite natural to get this kind of thoughts. But Srila Yamanacharya is suggesting that from his own life example, whenever he gets such thoughts, he immediately spit. He will take out of the thought, he will spit, and so that he will not get it again, or he can control much better. So we should also be very, very cautious. But in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is mentioned that Lord is promising, when we are constantly associating with Srimad Bhagavatam, we can avoid these dangers, we can overcome these dangers, we can be, even you are entrapped, we can be saved from these kind of dangers. Live example, there were so many examples in the history when Chintamani, when Chintamani is he's he's always coming to that prostitute, then for out of her association, desire for her association, and then she diverted him to get attracted to Krishna. So even when we see Ajamla pastime, in the childhood he is a nice Brahmana. So at the end, he got protection by uttering the Lord's name. And there is one more pastime in the history. There is one king, when he was going to the forest, on the way, he saw one beautiful lady. So immediately he had the desire to associate with that woman. But she is a very intelligent lady, very nice devotee lady, very knowledgeable lady. She is not interested in any of these material pleasures. Then she intelligently said to him, definitely I will fulfill your desire. You just come after 10 days. Then, with lot of enthusiasm, with full of lusty desires, when the king came and knocked the door of that beautiful lady, she opened, but it's not she. She is looking so pale, so diseased, very lean. She's not at all attractive, whereas her form is so disgusting. Then king said that 10 days back I came. Here there should be one beautiful lady. Can you please call her? Then she said, I am that beautiful lady. I am the only one. I told you to come after 10 days. It's me only. No, 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 no. Oh, you are mistaken. You cannot trick me. You cannot cheat me. She is extremely beautiful. Yes, yes. I hid that beauty in that room. You can go and see. So what she did within these 10 days, she took very strong purgatives and for a lot of stool, vomits, urine, everything. She passed out and she collected everything in big containers and kept in that room. When the king is approaching that room, he could not tolerate the stinky smell of that containers. And then she said that, yes, you got attracted to that flesh and blood only. You are not attracted to me. Please, this material beauty is temporary. So don't get cheated. Don't get attracted. Then the king was so much enlightened by her wise words and actions, and he offered obeisances to that lady, and he got realized and left her with great knowledge. So all these scriptures or anything, Bilvamangal Thakura's lifetime experience, when he came out of that illusion of Chintamani. Of course, Chintamani is a great devotee. She is the spiritual master in the previous birth for Bilamangal Thakura. But she is representing, she is coming as this material beauty is not factual. It is illusory only. And she diverted very wisely in the similar way this Bilamangal Thakura. As a result, what these scriptures are saying, as a result, you can attain Krishna. See, Bilmangal Thakura, when he became a nice devotee, Lord Krishna himself appeared, and every day he wants to sit in front of Bilmangal Thakura and want to hear the poetry, this Krishna Karunamrita. He was very much willing to sit in front of him and listen in a nice childhood form. So this is the evidence. When we reject this illusory happiness and get attracted to the beauty of Krishna or Radha Krishna, then Lord will appear straight away and he will benedict. He will shower the benedictions. And when we see in Shankaracharya, many of his, in Jagannatha-stakam, he prayed that from his, again, personal life, from his great realizations, Nachaiyache Rajyam Nacha Kanakamanikya Vaibhavam Nayache Gamyam. There he said that Navayache Rajyam Nacha Kanakamanikya Vaibhavam Nayache Ramyam Sakala Kamyam Varavadhum. So I don't want any Ramya, means that a beautiful woman, Varavadhum. I don't want a beautiful wife. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Padagami Bhavatu me. Please, my dear Lord, please be the object of my vision. So when we are also praying consistently every day for the darshan of the Lordships, even the materialistic thoughts go into our hearts, because we are praying for the Lord to appear in our hearts, to be the object of our vision, then we will be protected. And in Bhajagovindam, Shankaracharya mentioned very nicely this Angangalitam Palitam Mundam Dashana Vihinam Jatum Tundam Vruddho Vati Gruhitva Dandam Tadapina Munchatyasha Pindam. So these fruitless desires, if it is making a strong attachment to this material world, but even though the old man doesn't have strength, even he became bald, his teeth are loose, and he has support of clutches, but still these materialistic thoughts staunch even a old person. One time Srila Prabhupada mentioned in Kolkata, a rich person is about to leave the body. He is requesting the doctor so desperately, please doctor, give me at least 1 year of my of lifetime, please extend my lifetime at least 1 year. So at that time Prabhupada mentioned one story of Akbar and Birbal. So, in a conversation, Birbal challenged the Akbar, trying to explain these staunch desires of materialistic attraction will not leave even a old man. Then Akbar could not believe. See, in the old man will be in the pain, he will be in the realized state. How can it happen? Okay, one day I will prove, Birbal said and went off. So at that time, after some days, they got a news in one of the important ministers of the kingdom is about to leave the body. Then Birbal asked, Akbar forgot about the discussion. Then Birbal requested Akbar, can you make your daughter very beautifully? Can you make her ready very beautifully and come to the place to visit that old man? Then Akbar could not understand anything. Okay, whatever it is, he want to respect Birbal words. Akbar requested his daughter to get ready beautifully and come. Then when they both came, Akbar, Birbal, Akbar's daughter and Akbar's wife, everyone came there. So this old man about to leave the body, immediately he did not offer respects to the Akbar also. Immediately he turned his face towards that beautiful daughter of Akbar, and he could not turn away the glance. Then Birbal, after coming out of that room, he said that, have you noticed? What? Akbar asked. Have you noticed even a dying person will have these materialistic desires of materialistic attraction? Then Akbar said, yes, of course. Yeah. Then that's why we should be very, very cautious. When we don't practice this devotion, Krishna consciousness, as much as early stage, otherwise it is very difficult to control the thoughts and desires in the old days, because it is very hard to control the mind in the young age itself. And how can we control in the old days these deep senses, uncontrollable mind in the old days? It will not have strength. They will completely conquer unless we are properly trained, unless we have proper knowledge not to get diverted and to divert wisely the mind towards the lotus feet of Sri Radha and Krishna. And I had my own personal experience with my father-in-law, Gopi Prabhuji's father. So he was about to pass in a couple of hours. Then it was morning 2:00 in the AM. Then it was in the last stages that he was about to go into that another world of subconsciousness or anything, because only their breathing will be there, but their consciousness, they won't respond to what we are saying. So just in a few more minutes, he will be about to enter at that stage. I was showing the Nittai Gaura calendar. I was explaining. So he was able to say, when I'm saying the Krishna's pastimes, when I say that, please, in this is the last minute, never desire for the material world or materialistic desires to enter into your heart. Just to focus on the lotus feet of Krishna only. He was saying, So it is whatever the piety, whatever the devotion he has done, he got the opportunity. Someone with the Krishna's arrangement, or whatever it is, maybe it is for my benefit. So in those are the crucial moments, Ante Narayana Smriti, to remember the lotus feet of the Lords in the last stages of our lives. Otherwise, that's it. It will be doomed. All our life is wasted, and it's a risk of, we don't know, one lifetime or millions of lifetimes. So that's why acharyas are saying that we should chant in such a way. It is difficult, I know. We should chant in such a way. Next moment is maybe our last moment. We should take advantage of this devotee association and scriptures, Harinam, as if we are about to leave our bodies in very near future. So when we can take the association like this, here in Shankaracharya mentioned many of his Bhajagovinda verses. Balastava Krida Sakta, Tarunastava Taruni Sakta, Vruddhastava Chinta Sakta, Parame Brahmani Kopina Sakta. So where is the time? In the childhood, you are completely engaged in the sports. In the youth, you are completely with the attraction of the Taruni, woman, young, beautiful lady. Yeah, and in the old days, you are just living with those thoughts of young age. Then where is the time for you to think of Brahman, to think of Radha Krishna, to think of spiritual life? So we should utilize our time not to get attracted. The attractions may be not physically. The desires will be in the three forms: gross level, subtle level, action level. So gross level and action level, they are looking almost same, but that intense desire form will be there, no? So that is much dangerous. So these we have to avoid. Then only, that's why we cannot get the liberation, or we cannot enter into the spiritual planets, even we have subtle desires. So see, controlling the gross level senses and mind itself is difficult, means just think about our subtle desires. So we should deep-rooted desires. We should uproot the deep-rooted desires also, which are in the unmanifested form, in the manifested form, however it is. We have to be carefully uproot all the desires. This will happen only when we are constantly engaged in the service of person Bhagavatam, book Bhagavatam, and the deity worship. And again, I usually emphasize these three things which Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu suggested. Again and again, I would like to mention. Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Karos Krishna Siksha. So chant the names of Krishna, worship Lord Shri Radha and Krishna, and read Karo Krishna Siksha. Read Srimad Bhagavatam every day. Then we will be completely protected by the lordships, by the mercy of the Bhagavata, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Shri Radha and Krishna. Hare Krishna. If there are any questions, please post in the Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, or I don't have any problem, even if you ask here, if the time permits.
Thank you very much, Mataji. I'd like to wish you all a safe and Krishna conscious day ahead. I'd like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Hare
Rama
Rama.
Rama, Hare Hare,
Sri Nrsimha, Jai Nrsimha, Jai Jai Nrsimha, Padma Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Dayana, Ugraviram
Ugraviram
Mahavishnu,
Mahavishnu, Charantam Sarvatomukham, Narsimham Vishnu Bhadram Vishnu Namami,
Nrsimha Bhagwan ki Jai,
Ki
Prabhupada
Jai,
Maharaj ki Jai.
Jai.
Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the Samar Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatarve.
Vanchakalpatarvasya Kripasindhya Patitanam Vaishnaveshu
ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की
Ki
जय,
Jai,
पाद की जय,
Jai,
विष्णु विंद की जय,
Jai.
गोविंदे
Hare Hari 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 Bol.
Thank you, Kalindi Mataji.
Thank you everybody. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.